seniors. I took over the program, and we brought in a class of 5 freshmen and a transfer. So we had 6 kids that we really knew that if we were patient, they were going to do great things, but we were just struggling.
The Saints opened the season playing a very tough schedule to prepare them for play in the slide.
Yeah, we had Coach Rogers' philosophy was just schedule the toughest games in non-conference just to be ready for conference. And that's what he did. We played some of the top coaches, schools in the country, and we obviously the record didn't show it, but I mean we learned a great deal. And although we were 1-8 going in, I mean we played a lot of these teams pretty close down to the wire. And just going into conference with playing all these quality teams, we just had a lot of confidence going into conference.
But after the holiday break, the team and coaches saw some great possibilities ahead.
We're just a different team. They bought into each other. Their relationships with each other were so strong. And it was more than just basketball. They were really reinventing Maryville and the experience for the kids on that campus. And they were really the Pied Pipers in a lot of ways. Just a lot of fun to watch them grow.
And grow they did as they grew as a team and helped support the other teams on the Maryville campus.
That was a lot of fun. We went to a lot of soccer games, and Matt Regan, he played basketball. He also played soccer, and just friends with a lot of guys on campus. So it was, we were always having fun, taking little road trips and dressing up and acting on the rainbow. It's probably more so than what we should have. But yeah, I think that brought us together just as a team too, doing all that stuff outside of basketball. We all always enjoyed hanging out with each other, and still do today.
The team would win the slide championship with a 12-2 mark and advance to the NCAA tournament for only the 2nd time in school history.
Big deal, and especially for here. I think it had been a while that the basketball program had anything happen like that. So we were pretty proud of ourselves to represent Maryville and go play at Illinois. And it was a great venue. There was probably 2,500 to 3,000 people there. And it just, it was a ton of fun to go play in that environment. I wish it would have been a different outcome. We played all right, but I think it was a game we could have won. But yeah, just the experience itself, something I won't ever forget.
I mean, the number one memory is the national tournament game. We showed up to, it was at Illinois Wesleyan, which is, a powerhouse in Division III. And we showed up and they had their own arena. And there's 3,000, 4,000 fans packed. Not to see Maryville, to see Alma Wesleyan.
And what a group of young men they were.
It was just an unbelievable dynamic. Still to this day, almost 15 years later, with these guys, when we get together for a wedding or we see each other in an event, it's a lot like yesterday for them. They're brothers in every way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2003-2004 Maryville Saints. We first want to recognize the former players and coaches who were unable to attend today's festivities. Caleb Lawson was an assistant on the 03-04 team and now serves as an assistant coach at WashU. He regretfully could not make today's festivities due to his obligations with his current team. Ryan Dyer is the head boys basketball coach at North Paulding High School in Dallas, Georgia, and unfortunately could not be in attendance today due to a conflict with his schedule. And finally, Jared Smitty could not be in attendance today as he and his wife Jen are at home in lovely Colorado celebrating the birth of their 2-day-old baby daughter, Juliet Leanne. Now let's meet those that are in attendance for the 03-04 championship team. Taking the floor first is the head coach of that championship team, Coach Matt Rogers. Coach Rogers coached the Saints for 9 seasons from 2001 to 2010. Under his guidance, Maryville captured 2 SLAC championships while amassing 97 wins. He was twice named Conference Coach of the Year and is one of only 2 coaches in program history to have won a conference championship and competed in an NCAA tournament. Matt currently lives in Castle Rock, Colorado, where he works as the head national scout for NCSA athletic recruiting. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Matt Rogers. Joining Coach Myers. Coach Myers served as an assistant coach at Maryville for 15 years from 1991 to 2006 and was one of the most beloved coaches in program history. He is currently retired and lives in Eureka, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Gene Myers. Our first former player is Ben Allen. Ben redshirted in the 03-04 season and did not compete in games. Ben currently works as an insurance adjuster and continues to live in St. Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Allen. Our next former student athlete is Josh Andrews. Josh played in 25 games in 03-04 and had 13 assists and 13 steals on the season. He now lives in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, where he works as a vocational counselor. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Andrews. Next up is Stephen Bash. Stephen made an immediate impact on the program in his first year after transferring from Merrimack Community College. Stephen led the team in both scoring and rebounding on his way to being named SLAC Player of the Year and Newcomer of the Year. He is currently married to former women's basketball player Allison Berghager. The couple resides in Muscuda, Illinois, where Stephen works as the day program coordinator at Trinity Services. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Bash. Our next former student athlete is Matt Capps. One of the many former players from Wisconsin, Matt was a freshman in 03-04 and appeared in 12 games, collecting 18 rebounds. He currently lives in Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, where he works as an actuary. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Capps. Our next alum is Matt Gamrell. The Zumwalt West product appeared in 25 games, including 16 starts in 03-04. He totaled 113 points and gathered 63 rebounds on the season. He currently resides in St. Charles, Missouri, where he works as a physical therapist and is a husband and father to 5 children. Yes, 5 children. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Gamrell. Next up is Chris Dotson. Chris was a freshman in 03-04, appearing in 8 games for the Saints. He now resides in Derby, Kansas, where he serves as an accountant for InfoSync Services. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Dotson. Our next former student athlete is Tim Elwell. The Nixon, Missouri native started every game as a sophomore in the backcourt for the Saints in 03-04, leading the team in assists with 97. Tim currently stands as second all-time in assists and tied for third all-time in steals for a career. Tim currently lives in St. Louis, where he works as a promotions coordinator at MS Communications. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Elwell. Our next alum is Ben Hebel. Ben served as the team's top outside marksman, leading the team with 38 made three-point field goals in a row to averaging 9.2 points per game. Upon finishing his career at Maryville, he will play 2 seasons of professional basketball in the Czech Republic. Currently, Ben resides back in his hometown of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he is the owner of Pervin's Pub. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Hebel. Next up, Marcus Henderson. Marcus appeared in all 26 games in 03-04, averaging 7.4 points per game. Henderson finished his career the following year, earning honorable mention all-conference honors. He currently resides in St. Louis, working in tech support for Edward Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Henderson. Our next former student athlete is Andrew Holbert. the team at the semester and instantly made an impact, playing in 17 games while averaging 5.1 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, and dishing out 30 assists. Holbert is married to the former Crystal Rosner, a Maryville grad, and resides in St. Louis, where he serves as a recruiter for Bullhorn Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Holbert. Our next alum is Ryan Klein. The sophomore from Wisconsin was the second on the team in scoring and steals, averaging 10.7 points per game and grabbing 40 steals on the season. Ryan currently serves as a math teacher in his hometown of Wisconsin Rapids. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Klein. Next up is Keith McWilliams. As a freshman, the Border, Texas native appeared in 13 games while starting 2 and shooting 73% at the foul line. Keith currently resides in Fort Worth, Texas, where he works as an occupational therapist at Pate Rehabilitation. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith McWilliams. Our next former student athlete is Matt Regan. The Zumwalt North High School product ranked third on the team in scoring at 9.3 points per game and second in assists with 72 on the season. A two-sport star in both basketball and soccer, Matt was inducted into the Maryville Hall of Fame in 2011. He currently resides in St. Louis, where he works as a supervisory auditor at Defense Contract Audit Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Regan! And our final alum is Jason Rezovic. As a freshman, the Highland, Illinois native appeared in all 26 games, scoring 119 points on his way to being named Team Newcomer of the Year. He currently ranks 10th all-time in field goal percentage for a career. Jason lives in Lake St. Louis, where he works in sales for Paycor. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Rezovic.